Another day of terror in Afghanistan. Taliban suicide bombers stormed government buildings in Kabul, killing almost 30 people. The attacks humiliated the government in Kabul and showed how ineffective its security forces are 8 years after Afghanistan's Taliban government was overturned. Several days earlier, international politicians met in Germany to discuss the situation. The new administration in Washington cannot afford to fail and now wants to move away from purely military intervention.
America will do more, but America will, that's the good news. The bad news is America will ask for more from our partners as well.
Germany is relieved that Washington has not requested more Bundeswehr troops yet. Good news for the government in an election year and an opportunity to praise the German approach in Afghanistan.
I think this military approach is adequate. We need civilian reconstruction and we need to strengthen the armed forces.
For reconstruction, for example, the Bundeswehr has provided military security for development aid. The U.S. government says it is interested in this approach. But the Bundeswehr will have to offer more than at present. More local involvement, more reconstruction, more local alliances. But how and under what conditions is unclear.
What we've refused to do so far is something that the US has now begun, and that is making a critical reassessment of the entire strategy.
There's growing recognition that part of the problem is the government led by Afghan President Hamid Karzai. In Munich, he again fended off criticism that his government is too corrupt and unable to stop drug production. He blames the international community for Afghanistan's problems.
We have troops, we have money, we have the will of the Afghan people. What should happen so we succeed? Is something lacking? Yes, there is something lacking. Better coordination in the international community is lacking.
Take police training. Germany's ambitious project has become bogged down without achieving its goals. The training provided at the Mazari Sharif Police College is an exception. But Europe does not have enough trainers, money, or ideas to forge a strong and effective nationwide police force in Afghanistan. And in order to put its alliance promises into practice, the German government needs more coordination.
Politisch ist bei den lieben Innenpolitikern wohl noch nicht angekommen.
Our domestic politicians don't seem to realize that police deployments abroad have become a permanent feature of German security policy, and that this cannot be done with 3 training facilities. What we need is new additional personnel.
The effort in Afghanistan also needs new allies, like in neighboring Pakistan, where the Taliban have been able to regroup and launch attacks on NATO forces in Afghanistan. India, Russia, Saudi Arabia, and Pakistan could also play a greater role, and that could change the mission for NATO and also the Germans in Pakistan.
In the medium to long term, we're talking about developing a viable education system in Pakistan. But short term, it's about cooperation between intelligence services to arrest Taliban and Al-Qaeda members who are hiding in the Pakistan-Afghanistan border areas.
The United States is increasing its forces in Afghanistan in an attempt to bring the Taliban under control. In Berlin, there's concern that the German government may miss an opportunity to help shape a united approach to Afghanistan.
If, when the Americans come to us and ask for ideas and proposals, and all they get is silence, as was the case last weekend in Munich, the result will be that we slide back into uncoordinated individual efforts.
Civilian reconstruction rather than military involvement. Germany will probably be able to continue that approach, but Washington will certainly expect reinforcements as it redoubles its effort to bring stability and security to Afghanistan.